It's very common that when you go onto these online car auction platforms such as Cars and Bids and Bring a Trailer, you often notice some of the best auctions that are highlighted first. These highlighted sections often cover cars that are rare, fast, unique, anything that's out of the ordinary. But that's the problem with some of these sites, is that no one's talking about the ordinary. They're talking about all these super awesome, amazing cars, which is great, but no one's talking about the bottom end of the market. That's right. Today I'm starting a series where I find the cheapest auction for the week that went on to Cars and Bids, Bring a Trailer, whatever it may be, and I either show why it was cheap or why it's at the bottom. Probably a mix of both. And I can't think of a better way to start the series than with this 1994 Jaguar XJ6. It just sold on Bring a Trailer as the cheapest car of the week, and once you see the listing, it's not hard to tell why. First of all, the auction listing itself is absolutely horrendous. I mean, it's horrible. Because when I show you these photos of the car, they're taken in like 4:3 aspect ratio. It's horrible. It looks like there was some extra cropping done, to the point where half of the photos don't even picture the whole car, which is fine for some things, but there's not even like a full photo of the car online. Take a look at the engine bay, for example. There's like 4 photos of the engine bay and not a whole shot. It's like half of one side, half of the other. You can't get it both. So then when I show you these photos of the car, I have to do something, because I can show you the cropped photo like this, but then there's black screens on both sides, which is fine. Okay, whatever. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I can also crop in the image, but the photos are so bad that when I crop in, you don't even know what you're looking at, like this. Or I can use AI to extend the photo out, in which case you might end up with something like this. So just sharing this auction alone is a nightmare for me, as it's actually worse than looking at it. And then, on top of that, the photos look like they were shot by 3 different people in 3 different decades. Like I said, half of them only show half of the car. There isn't a single full shot of the engine anywhere. And in some photos, the car looks like a masterpiece. It looks clean, no little rust, little dents. And then in other ones, you're like, this isn't even the same car. Look at the comparison between these two. There's no way you would think this is the same car. But if you take it out of context on paper, it's not actually a horrible car. I mean, to an extent. It's only got 126,000 miles, and it's powered by a 4.0 liter inline 6 with a 4-speed automatic. It's got diamond blue paint and biscuit leather inside. It's also riding on 16-inch 14-hole alloy wheels, a power sunroof, self-leveling rear suspension, and a 90s onboard computer, which in 1994 basically meant a digital clock that occasionally worked. So this generation of the XJ40 had it had a reputation. It sits in that middle time period of Jaguar's history because it's too modern to be charming, but it's not old enough to be like a classic. So it's kind of an awkward middle. It's also too old to be reliable. It's not a reliable car. Because these things were not reliable. They were known for electrical issues. That digital dash was a nightmare. And that rear leveling suspension was like, you could not trust it. It was horrible. You probably would have just been better to hire someone off Craigslist to come fix this thing. Which is another problem, because it's a 90s Jaguar. So where are the parts for this? Nowhere, right? And here's the problem with that. Because say something happens to the car, you have a $2,000 bill. That $2,000 is worth more than the actual car itself. So why would you invest that into the car? You know, unless you're really into that car and really into this British automobile. But I just don't see it as being reasonable. But some people do enjoy that, and that's okay. It's your personal preference. The inside's actually okay. You got that biscuit leather, which is peak British luxury, until you realize that cost of replacing a seat module could just buy you another car. Every time I make these videos, there's like construction outside, and it's bothering me. And so the market knows this, right? Because the reality is there's a very, very, very small percentage of people out there who are looking for a project Jaguar that's not reliable, not new, not old, isn't dependable, and doesn't even have a full photo of the engine bay. But here's the thing, for $1,500, you can have this car, and it runs. It'll get you to sheets and back. Because someone now owns a piece of 1990s British luxury for a grand total of $1,400. That's right, this car sold for $1,456. I can't even say that's a bad deal. You got a smooth 6, you got a decent interior with wood trim. The car is still running, which is a pro. I don't know how long it'll run for, but it's still running now. And then you get that like constant thrill of like, am I gonna break down on the side of the road today? I mean, who wouldn't want that? It's a little confusing, but it's the cheapest car that sold this week. The XJ6 takes the crown.